Welcome back to Solomon's Vineyard. This is your boy, the OG, Mr. Russell Mack, and I've been tagged again by JP Fragrances. Okay, today, the tag video is about nostalgia. Okay, and we know what nostalgia is. So, will you join me this evening? And I'm going to talk about 5 fragrances that are nostalgic when I smell them. So, stick around, come on in, have a seat, and let's get popping. I'll be right back.
All right. Okay.
Welcome back, family. My beautiful frag.
Thank you, JP, for having me
you smelling
as a
good
part
today
of this
I
tag.
know you are.
God bless you,
And I
brother.
hope all is well with you. Today, we're getting off into another tag video, and it is nostalgic fragrances. I got about 5 of them. But before I get into any of that, let's get the housekeeping out the way. If you're new to the vineyard and you like fragrance content such as this tag video, if you're just like Solomon's Vineyard, period, you want to link up with the OG and travel this frag journey together, consider subscribing. Look, there's a notification bell or bell icon. Tap on that. It's going to open up to a couple of options. Tap on the all for all fragrance notifications from this channel. I want you to share this video to one of your family members or several of your family members. Your brother, your sister, your wife. A lot of people I meet, they share it with their wives and husbands and children. Just in this large, this humongous world, I'm just one making a little noise about fragrances. Like the video or dislike the video, I understand both. I would rather you like the video, though. It would really be a help to me in my analytics and the growth of my channel, okay? Not only that, comment your scent of the day, fragrances, any questions you may have about Solomon's Vineyard or me, Russell Mack. Feel free to write it down in the comment thread below, okay? Now, into this tag video. Thank you, JP, again, for tagging me in this video, and I hope you all come and watch the video. We put a lot of work into these videos, and we want them to be seen by the world, okay? So, nostalgia. Before I get into the fragrances, Talia, read real quickly for me what the word nostalgia means.
Longing for or thinking fondly of a past time or condition.
That's it. Longing for, thinking of a past time or condition. Simple as that. That's what nostalgia means. So let's get into it. The first fragrance, number 5. Okay. I'll start with the oldest fragrance for me. And it's from a time when I was in my early, my transitional stages, around the age of 4 and 5, on up to 6 to about 10, elementary, when my dad would drive me to school, or when he would stand out at the bus stop with me, okay, or when he would come home from one of the meetings with his suit on, and he would be wearing a very strong fragrance, and I will never forget it, and it's none other than Quorum. This stuff is so strong, I sprayed a little bit in the air. This is Quorum. It's old. It smells good, though. It has 100,000 notes in it. But what you get is a fresh, musky, woody fragrance with some florals. It's a very popular fragrance even to this day because of the impact it made when it came out. It came out back in the 80s, I believe, or 70s, one of the two. But it's one that I remember I remember it very well because my dad rocked fragrances like this. My girl's father, he was a big lover of Brut. I almost put that one on here, but I didn't get it out. But Brut, along with this and several other fragrances like Lagerfeld, they stand out to me because I didn't hang out with a lot of my peers. I had a lot of cousins and nephews. I had a lot of brothers, but I hung around the older gentlemen. I hung around the older guys. I would go sit up under the tree with my daddy on the barrel, and this is the fragrance he's he would wear. And being that I don't see my dad much, we don't have a very good relationship, although I long for that. I love my dad, but I don't know. Maybe he don't love me. Maybe he don't care nothing about me. I don't know. I hadn't seen him in years. But that's okay. I have these nostalgic memories. And I kind of don't like doing these videos because they bring up so many parts of my life that I've forgiven and I let go. But you can't help but to remember. You feel me? So this is Quorum, by the guy who created it, Pug, I think his name is. But let me move on so I can be finished. The next fragrance was around a while too, and this fragrance is none other than Alfred Song. He and my mother used to date a guy, and while I was in high school, he was a bricklayer, real fresh and clean and green, earthy. This is a fragrance you don't want to leave out of your collection if you are a collector. If you see it, get it. It's cheap, but it smells good. Okay, it's really, really nice. A great freshie for the spring and summertime. And she dated him. He was a bricklayer, and every time I would go over to his house, I would smell this in the air. When he would come out and get in the car, I would smell this in the air. When I would get in his car, I would smell this in the air. Oh man, he taught me a lot about the trade, brick mason. And he was a very good brick mason, and he taught me a lot about bricks and foundations and how to form the bricks and put them all together. Great times of my life. I never will forget it. And this is one when I saw it, I had to get it. A lot of the fragrances we buy, a lot of the fragrances I buy, let me speak for me. I buy them because of the memory they invoke. I buy them because of what they remind me of, good or bad. We got to have the good and the bad. You know what I'm saying? Okay, we can't throw out the bad and keep only the good. You need them both to become the person you will become, okay? So this is Alfred Song. My mother loves this, and I hadn't saw her in a while. I miss her. I do. I hadn't seen her. It was long before the pandemic even came. We had a disagreement, and I've been trying to, reconcile, but it's been rough. But y'all pray for me. I'm strong. I can handle it. But this is the kind of nostalgia that comes up when I smell and I see certain fragrances, okay? Alfred Song by Alfred Song. Let's move. The next fragrance. Now, this is going to kind of make me a little happier, all right? And not that I'm sad. I'm not sad at all. So please don't think that, all right? But this is, you know what this is. Come on, look at it. By Dior, and this is the most, to me, this is one of the most unique fragrances that Dior has ever came out with, and it's Fahrenheit. If you guys remember a long time ago, Billy D. Williams, I believe, was the face of this fragrance, if I'm not mistaken. But if he wasn't the face, he certainly wore it, okay? But not only that, this was during the times early in ministry, when I was a drummer in church. I played the drums, I led the choir, I sung a lot of solos. I was well known all over Baton Rouge, Louisiana, and the surrounding areas. I did a lot of traveling around those times. So my uncle, who was the pastor, God rest his soul, Reverend Matt Fountain. His wife is a widow, she's still alive, Audrey Fountain. But Reverend Matt Fountain, he passed, and he was the pastor of the Beach Grove Baptist Church in Zion City. And this is his fragrance, and Lord, this man used to spray so much of this stuff. Oh man, but when it would dry down, especially on a beautiful, windy spring day, and the sun is out, fresh cut grass, you feel me? You got barbecue smoke in the air. It's around 4 o'clock. You hear the kids playing, riding their bikes. And then I would smell this in the air. And Lord have mercy. You talking about, you know what? I might rock this tomorrow. Fahrenheit by Dior. We know the smell. We know the notes. We know who it's by. We know. And this is the original. I haven't gotten the parfum yet, but I guarantee you I will. This is Ferragamo by Dior. Let me move on. I'm starting to feel a little bit better now, y'all. All right. I just miss my mama and my daddy. That's all. So what if I'm 40 years old and I miss them? I love them. And I'm not one to hold grudges, and I'm not one to be mad at people forever. All right. So this brings me to my baby mama. I'm not gonna say her name, but one of the best things she gave to me, my first wife, was my daughter Genesis. This is the fragrance I was wearing the night Jen was born. I love you, Jen. She's in college now, and she is the older sister of the two daughters I have with me now, Talia and Amira. And this is, y'all know what this is. Come on now, that beautiful lavender and mint at the top. This is Jean Paul Gaultier Lamelle. This is the first of, and now the rest are just flankers. All right. I heard that Lamelle, I think Ultramale, is discontinued, but you still can get it. So if you can get you a bottle, get it. I'm working on it now. But this is the one that started it, and I'm in love with this juice, and this is gonna be my scent tonight. And it was my scent today. And it's a little baby, it's a little boy, it's a little 1.4 or 1.4. I ain't even know they made. That's how you know the batch old. This is one of the old batches, and I couldn't listen. The batch, it has a batch code under there. Okay, I'm not gonna get off into all that, but we couldn't find it. All it says a batch is too old to. Basically, it was saying it's too old to be placed into their database. So, and they go back 10 years, 10 or 15 years, from where I checked. And so that's telling me that this is a very old batch. The guy told me they had this back in the storehouse. And when they finally pulled it up front to put it in the case, this was the only can they had. I guess it was for me to do this preview. And my daughter, my first daughter, looked like me, walked like me, talked like me, smart like me. She's doing a great job with all that hair on her head, Genesis. I wish I could have put a picture up there. But she's in college now, doing very well. I love my baby, and I miss her too. I hadn't talked to her in a while either. But this is the fragrance I was wearing the morning she was born, 4 days in the morning. She was a little old bitty red thing, and I gave her the name, my little red bean, as I did. And I kissed her and held her, and the lady had to show me how to hold her because I was shaking and nervous, and I had already fainted from seeing my... Let me get off this, but nostalgia, y'all. This is what nostalgia does. And I'm feeling a lot better now, okay? So, on to my last fragrance. This is Jean Paul Gaultier Lamelle. Look, this one here got the metal clip. Okay, I think the ones now got the little plastic clip, little hard plastic, but you remember this bottle and you remember this scent. I can't wait to spray this on again. Last of the Mohegans, y'all. We've had Quorum, we've had Fahrenheit, we've had Alfred Song, we've had Jean Paul Gaultier Lamelle, and my last fragrance is this one. I had to talk about it again because it really invokes a lot of memories. The night I got married. Not to the lady I'm with now, but to the one that Genesis mother. Genesis the Mahogany Deshay. That's my first daughter name. This is the fragrance I was wearing. Prada L'Homme. I'll never forget it. And you know what? This smells almost identical to the night, to how it smelled that night when we were standing in her auntie's living room. We had a small, intimate wedding. The pastor came. We did the signing right there at the house. And then after we got married and I said I do, we went out back and we tore it down. You talking about I danced a hole in the ground. We did a little party at Outback, and then we went to the club, the Silver Bullet, down in New Roads. If you from New Roads and you on my channel, or if you familiar with New Roads, Louisiana, you know all about the Silver Bullet. And that club was packed that night, and I was rocking this bad boy, and everybody wanted to know what I was wearing. So I kind of been into fragrances, you know. I'm going to have to talk about it one day or do a live, but I've been into great fragrances, and this is one that is no exception. If you don't have it, you need to get it. It's powdery. It has a soapy quality to it. It's magical. It's mysterious. It does something to those that will smell you. The scent trail you will leave. Man, this is a legend in the game. Although it came out in 2016, it's so good to it smells legendary. You feel me? Oh, my. And it's sought after. It's one that I think a lot of people want and have. It's talked about a lot in Fragcom, and I think that, it deserves all of its props. I love the plaque on the front. I love the way the back of the bottle is made. The whole presentation, y'all, is awesome, okay? This is Prada Long by Prada. And I think that's it, y'all. That's my last fragrances. I gave you 5 just to take care of the tag video, and I picked out some of the ones that were near and dear to my heart, and I hope you enjoyed them, and I hope you enjoyed the stories and the memories that they invoked in my life. Listen, they had some good, they had some bad, but that's life, isn't it? You'll never know what it is to have sunshine to shine on you if you never had some rain. Shirley Caesar says you gotta have a little rain in your life to appreciate the sunshine, and that's why I'm so grateful. That's why I don't try to tear people down. That's why I got nothing but positivity over here. I feel like you're a sad individual when you gotta manipulate, trick people, lie to people, just to capitalize on their grief and their pain and their misfortune so that you can get up. Be careful with that. Be careful. I ain't gonna knock you, keep doing it if that's what you need to do, but I guarantee you it ain't gonna last long. You feel me? So that's what nostalgia is. I'm feeling great. I'm relaxing tonight with my girls. You see, I got on my robe. I'm just kicked back, smelling fragrances, smelling good. All right, so I'm getting out of here. I love you. Thank you again, JP. Check out this video, guys. Like it. All right, comment on it. Tell me your sin of the day. And just want to holler at me, holler at me. I love it. All right, I'm getting out of here again. I love you guys. I'll see you soon. Peace from Solomon's Vineyard.
All right, all right, all right.